I had this phone call out of the blue telling me that somebody was trying to use my debit card. Now, I'd had my purse stolen previously, about 2 weeks before, so naturally I focused on that. And he said that it was something to do with an internal gang in NatWest Bank, and I could help by transferring some money. And I was caught up in the fact that it was to do with my debit card. He asked me to transfer £6,000. I wanted to collect £6,000, and it would be collected from me. And then I had to do 2 days later, I had to do a further 5, and then another 5 after that. And he kept on saying it was all internal and that they're nearly catching these internal people.
Fraudsters are very sophisticated in this type of scam. They're very well rehearsed. They would have practiced this type of scam numerous times. They will have a script, so they'll have a script in which they will follow throughout the numerous phone calls that they will make to victims with prepared answers for certain events. So by all means, any person could fall for this scam, not just the elderly within our society. Anybody could fall for this type of scam.
When he came to the door, I was told to give him a password, which I did, and I then had to give him the money. First, I'd been asked to drive it to Hammersmith police station, and in retrospect, I probably should have done, and then I might have known all about it.
Some of these victims can lose tens of thousands of pounds in these type of scams, but there's also the family and social aspect of it, where, for example, in long-standing marriages and relationships where one partner's been a victim of this, the other partner may well blame them, and it can cause considerable animosity within that family environment. And there's also the stigma of the fact that they've fallen for a scam like this as well.
It made me feel so stupid. My husband had been scammed and it had been sorted out. He'd had money taken, but luckily he'd told the bank, and they hadn't acted on it, but they acted on it in time, so he was okay. But you know, as he said, I should have been more aware since they'd had a go at him. I just felt terrible. But the cashiers in the bank had been so, they'd checked everything each time, and I'd just gone along with what this guy pretending to be a policeman had said.
If a victim receives a call of this type, particularly if it's an unexpected call, is to be aware and be suspicious of it, question what's being said. I would end the call, advise them to end the call, take 5 minutes to think about what's happened, and at that point also consider having a chat with a friend, family, or even contact the police for advice to establish whether they believe it's a genuine call, or contact their bank or whoever the organisation is that they're purporting to be from.
Don't take any phone call at face value, particularly if it concerns money. Check it out. Just keep, ring the police, ring your bank manager, sort it out before you let you go any further with it. If it happened again, I would call the police and explain what I'd been told and take it from there.
If someone thinks they've been the victim of this type of scam or fraud, the first thing they should do, particularly if they've handed over any bank cards or bank details, is to contact their bank and ensure that their accounts are secure first and foremost, to make sure that any cards that have been taken are cancelled, and to make sure there's any sort of freeze or stop onto their account. The next thing to do would be to contact police to update exactly what's happened, and so that an investigation can commence at the earliest opportunity.